Hi guys, Donna Lynn here. This is my first live, I think, in 5 weeks, if you can believe it. It has been a hot minute since I've hopped on and chatted with you guys, and I am stoked. So let me just get myself adjusted here. There we go. It's kind of bright. I've got like a bit of a light going here. I'll see if I can dim it down a little bit. Maybe that's better. Okay, so I want to talk today about the post I made yesterday around manifesting your dream life. So, I truly believe anybody can manifest their dream life 100%. However, I have found lately there is so much information out on social media. There's lots of blog posts about it. There's lots of websites with tons of information and hype around manifestation right now, which is super great. I think it is a super powerful tool to have in your toolbox. I think that we can absolutely manifest success, partnership, dream jobs, anything. I really, really do believe in it. The one piece I think is missing, two key pieces, in fact, actually, I think are often missing in the manifestation methods that many people share are, I'm going to get into them a little bit in a minute, but believing that you're truly deserving of what you're calling in and then taking inspired action to get it. So I'll give you a personal example as to why I believe these two key pieces to be true and valuable components to your manifestation practices. So, for example, okay, so my personal example, I will full on use my relationship. How's that? I will use the example of love. I had, in my early 30s, I got really clear on what kind of partner I desired. I got clear on the characteristics they should have. I got clear on the how we would interact. I got clear on having our having enough belief systems aligned that we could mesh and work through things as they came up, and how I wanted all of that to feel. So, a huge component of manifestation is tapping into the feeling of whatever it is you're desiring to come in. So, for me, it was a loving, respectful, healthy partnership. Okay, so in that, I got my list all set up. I knew how I wanted love to feel. I didn't know exactly how it was going to work out. I didn't know who it was going to be with. And I certainly didn't know when it was going to happen, because those are all variables you can't control in manifestation. You put it out to the universe then responds back with the timing and the alignment that actually lines up with where you are at right now, not just what you want. Okay, so I manifest, I get my list all set up. I know the kind of partnership I want. I know what I'm looking for. I know the feelings I'm after. I have no idea who it is, where they are, what the structure is going to look like. I choose to try to be open to what's going to come in and who it might be, and just explore and be open in the world, and open myself up to receiving those messages and allowing that person to walk through the door. Lo and behold, this person comes charging through the door. And I'm like, holy crap, coming in a little hot. Like, I don't know if I'm ready for this. I don't even know. I don't know if I can handle a real partnership. And he's full on like, I want to have a relationship. I want it to be serious. I am not messing around. And, a huge part of me, yeah, no, similar. I get that. Like, I was a single mom at the time, had been for about 6 years. And I didn't have time to waste with relationships that held no potential, that didn't feel like they were going to go anywhere. It didn't seem aligned anymore. It wasn't aligned anymore for me, to be engaging in relationships that didn't hold a ton of potential. However, I got scared shitless when the person actually walked through the door. And so I then resisted. My resistance came up. I then resisted, and pushed him away and kept some emotional distance to keep myself safe, because that's the zone I had been living in for so many years. The safe zone. Don't let anybody in. Don't break down the barriers. Don't let your walls come down because it's not safe. Part of that was the idea, the belief system from past experiences and other conditioning for me, that I didn't actually deserve the love that I had desired and been manifesting. So I was manifesting this love that is unconditional. A man who, for me, a man, partnership where he sees all of me, the real me, the messy me, the fun me, the silly me, the serious me, the driven me, all of the parts of me, and he loves it. He wants to hold and embrace all of the parts of my being. And part of me didn't truly believe that I was deserving of that. So my tricky little brain shifted it to be, oh, this can't be real. He can't be serious. This can't really be who he is, right? Because our brains get in the way and we start to overanalyze things. But really, it came down to my fundamental belief of, am I worthy of this or am I not, right? And so the second piece, that I guess I have to backtrack in my story, aligned action. So for me, in the context of love and relationship, is the aligned action piece for me was loving myself, treating my physical self, my emotional self, my spiritual self, how I spent my time and my energy. That was my aligned action. I had to treat myself as if I loved myself in the way I wanted a partner to love me. Then the universe aligned somebody to be an energetic match to that and drew us together. So the necessity for aligned action and truly believing you deserve, this is the biggest piece, truly believing that you deserve the whatever it is you're manifesting, whether it's success, love, relationship, business growth, anything, whatever you are manifesting in your life, a family, whatever it could be, okay? Do you believe you are worthy and deserving of the thing you desire, of your calling in? For me, at first, it seemed like a fairy tale love. It seemed like a love that didn't actually exist. But I was, because I've never experienced it in my own life firsthand, and I'd only seen it just a few times throughout the course of my life, presented in other people's relationships, or my perception of other people's relationships, for example. So I wasn't sure that it truly, truly existed. I was open to it, and I was hopeful that it existed, and I knew that I wanted it. That was what I wanted for my life. I didn't want another hurtful relationship, toxic, non-supportive, disrespectful, all those types of things that were misaligned now, right? So I shot for the moon. I worked on my beliefs around worthiness and deservingness. And I took aligned action that took me in the direction and opened me to alignment with the universal energetics to actually bring in what I truly desired. Okay? So I genuinely believe anybody can do any of this. You can absolutely manifest anything you desire. All you have to do is align your energy and yourself. Seek out those little snippets of validation that it exists out there, whatever they are, that are creating, supporting your desire to manifest this particular thing. And just also know that along the way, there is without a doubt going to be resistance. So There's going to be not necessarily blocks or barriers, but there's going to potentially be some resistance along the way. And it's going to ask you to revisit inside of you your desire for manifesting whatever it is you're manifesting. Okay? So the universe doesn't just hand us, like, oh, that's what you want, here it is. It grants us opportunities. So, like, resistance for me was not believing that he was real, like that he was genuine and true. It was also showed up as opportunities to distract away from my self-care and loving myself the way that I needed to be loved, deserved to be loved. It was distractions away from filling my needs and doing other things, spending my time and energy in other areas that weren't aligned and serving my highest good. Okay, so there's sometimes distractions, hesitations, or we procrastinate and don't actually take that aligned action. But I can very certainly share with you, procrastination, distraction, all those things stem from the belief that you don't truly deserve what you're seeking out. Okay? That's why we're distracting ourselves and moving our energy away from it, taking away from that desired goal, that manifestation dream. Okay? Hope that all makes sense. I hope you guys all have an absolutely beautiful day. And I missed you all. I'm so happy to be back on lives. You're going to see me more. Have a beautiful day, guys.